Matt, you're still not coming home yet? It's getting pretty late already. What are you going to do about dinner? Is it alright for me to just eat and put everything away then?
Hannah, sorry about this, but I think it will still be quite a while at work. I thought that I would finally be able to come home earlier today, but I guess it didn't work out how I wanted it to. You can put the food in the fridge for me and I will eat it for breakfast. You went to the effort of cooking it, so I don't want it to go to waste. Sorry again.
Don't worry too much about it. I was pretty tired myself today, so I didn't cook anything too elaborate.
Even so, you did make dinner, and you had work today as well. I'm sorry that I'm never around to eat with you these days.
Both of us are working hard right now, so don't mention it. Both of us just need to do our best. But when do you think everything will calm down? You've been working late quite a lot these past few months, right?
I think by next month things will have calmed down and I will be able to start coming home at a normal time. We will have a new hire that will start working, and Mark is going to come back from his paid leave.
Oh, Mark was taking leave?
Yeah, it's pretty surprising in a way. He has always been so serious about work and almost never takes days off.
I guess even someone like that needs a break from time to time.
Yeah, that's right. My company tries to make everyone take all of the leave that they are given, even if someone doesn't want to. Although it's really beyond me why someone wouldn't want to use their leave. But I'm glad that the company is like that. It means it's easier to take it when you want to.
Well, that's good to know. Some places really try to make it difficult to take days off. We should remember that for when we have a kid. You should take as much leave as you can at that time.
Of course, I was also planning on doing that, but the two of us have been so busy all the time, I wonder when that would actually happen.
That's true, but I've really been thinking that it's about time we started a family. I'm already in my 30s and thinking about work. Right about now would be the best time. I think I could easily get maternity leave, and it sounds like you could get leave at the same time, too.
Is that really all right? You have a managerial position, and your bosses also have quite high expectations of you. If you take a lot of time off now, that could be bad for your career as a whole, don't you think?
Even if it does have some impact on my career, I would still choose to have a kid. I can always go back to work even after having a child, but it doesn't work the other way around exactly. There's kind of a time limit for how long women are able to have children, you know.
But you've been working so hard all this time and you finally got to where you are now.
I've been thinking about all of this myself. It's a hard decision to make for sure. But I decided that I really do want to start a family with you after all. And it's not like I plan on quitting as soon as I get pregnant or anything like that. I'll still go to work until the end of my pregnancy. And although I plan on taking as much maternity leave as I can, I also plan on returning to work full-time after that. What, do you not want to have a child just yet?
It's not that I don't want to have a kid. Just that you're in a much better career position than I am. So it just seems like a little bit of a waste to me after you work so hard.
Come on, that's a bit of an exaggeration. There are tons of people just like me around. I'm not anything special when it comes to work. And anyways, even though we might say that we want a kid, there's no way to tell how long that could actually take. But if we both decide that we're ready for one, then I think we should start trying, I think. I'll go to the doctors next week and talk to them about it. I want to go for a checkup anyway, so I may as well ask them some questions.
Okay, got it. That sounds like a good idea. I'll try to make sure that I can come back home at a normal time from next month.
Yeah, please do. But good luck with your overtime tonight. I'm pretty tired today, so I'm going to have a bath and then straight to bed.
Okay, no problem. I'm not sure what time I will get back yet, but I will try not to wake you when I get in. Anyway, good night.
You'll be able to come home early tonight, right?
Sorry, but no. I got asked to stay back late again.
What? Again? But you said that you would make sure to come home early, didn't you?
I know I said that, but I can't exactly tell my boss that I need to leave early because I'm trying to have a kid, can I?
Well, maybe you can't just come out and say that, but still. We won't get anywhere if you don't put in a little bit more effort. The two of us decided to try to have a child after all.
I know that, and I do want to try. But I can't really do anything about work. It's not my decision. And we still have plenty of time, don't we? We don't need to try and rush so much.
If we keep saying that, a year will have passed by before we know it.
Look, I don't really want to be doing this as though it's something that I have to do, if you know what I mean. This shouldn't be something that is like a duty or whatever. I don't like thinking about it in that way.
Okay, well, I'm sorry if it seems like that. But thinking about my age, the doctors said that it would be better sooner rather than later.
Okay, I'm sorry about that, but work is pretty busy. And if you say it to me like this, it's pretty tiring to hear.
I'm sorry. I guess I am just being a little pushy with it since we decided to have a kid. I'm not trying to make it a burden on you.
No, that's okay. I hope it doesn't come across as though I don't want to, because that's not it at all. It's just that work won't let up, and we've been so busy I just don't have any room to breathe.
I guess things didn't ease up even though Mark came back from his leave.
Yeah, I thought it would, but there's always something else to do. New projects, new clients. It never ends.
By the way, it's our wedding anniversary next month. You will at least be able to come home early for that, right?
Actually, about that, I have to go on a business trip during that time.
What? A business trip? But your company barely ever sends anyone on business trips.
Yeah, I know, but now we've started a new contract with this other place in another state, so now someone needs to go and sort it out. There might be more business trips from now on because of that. Most of what we did was confined to the city before, but they decided to expand in other places recently.
I see. That's a shame.
I know. I'm sorry that the timing has worked out so badly for us. But I will make sure to make up for our anniversary on another day, okay?
All right, I understand. But that means next month is going to be impossible for us too, right?
What is?
Trying to have a baby? Next month is our anniversary, so it would have been nice timing in a way.
Right. I see what you mean. But we shouldn't worry too much about that, right? I mean, even if we don't end up having a kid, I still see myself living and being happy with you regardless.
I think so too, but I just don't want to give up without really having tried. Men can have kids regardless of their age, but that's not the same for women. There's a time limit on my body, so to speak.
I know I said this already, but we shouldn't try to force it too much. After all, a child is something that you are blessed with, not something that you force to happen.
I know that. Sorry, but I have to get back to work.
Are you mad at me?
No, I'm not. What you say is just one way of looking at things. But I did think that you would try to keep your promise for today. Maybe I shouldn't have expected that from you.
Do you really need to say it like that? We still have plenty of chances.
I'm telling you that male and female bodies are different. It really gets on my nerves when you talk as though we have all the time in the world.
Look, maybe we're wrong about this.
What? Why would you say that?
You said this yourself, right? That you had been pretty highly strung since we decided that we should try for one. And I noticed this myself as well. We were getting along much better before we decided to try and have a kid.
Maybe we did get along better, but we were basically living as just roommates, don't you think? We both come home and live in the same place, but we're kind of just living together. We barely even go out together anymore.
That's just because both of us have been really busy with work though, isn't it? We can't really help that.
But I've been doing my best to try and make time to spend with you. But you always say that you're really tired from work and turn me down whenever I suggest that we do something. I don't know if this is something that we can just brush away with "it can't be helped." No, sorry, this isn't something that we should be talking about right now, I don't think. Let's talk about all of this another time, okay?
All right, I got it. But I just want you to know that I wasn't trying to get into a fight or say anything to hurt you.
Don't worry, I know that. Good luck with work today.
Thanks, you too. And again, I'm really sorry about today.
Sorry, Matt, are you awake right now?
What is it? I just got out of the bath and was about to go to sleep, but I'm still awake. This hotel has an absolutely huge bathroom, so I was soaking in the tub for a while. Business trips can be a pain in the ass, but at least they put us up in nice hotels.
There's something more important than that I have to tell you. There was a baby in front of our house.
What? What do you mean, a baby? Are you alright? Are you seeing things now because you're so tired?
No, that's not it. Someone rang the doorbell before, right? And I was kind of worried, since who would be coming to our house this late at night, right? But when I looked at the camera through the interphone, there was no one there at all. All I could hear was a baby crying.
Are you telling me the beginning of a horror story or something?
No, stop messing around. I'm being serious here. So I opened the door to check the landing outside, and there was a baby there right in front of the door.
You gotta be kidding me, right?
No, I'm not. From the way the baby looked, it seemed like it was born very recently. It's still tiny, a total newborn.
Okay, and what did you do? Where's the baby now?
Well, I didn't want to just leave the baby outside, so for the time being, I brought it into the house.
Okay, I see. Well, that's good to hear. We don't have to worry about that at least. Make sure to look after the baby for now, okay?
What? Why would I look after this baby? I don't know whose baby this is. I need to call the police about this.
Don't do that. Don't call the police no matter what.
Why not? I can't just start taking care of some random baby that someone left on our landing.
Yeah, but think about why someone would do that. A mother probably left the child there because she can't take care of the baby for the time being. But it often happens that they change their mind in cases like this. What if she comes back for the baby and the baby is gone? It will be more difficult to reunite them later, and she might be in trouble with the police for doing that too. And if she keeps cops around our house, she might not want to come back. I'm sure she'll be back for the baby if we just take care of it for a little while.
But how are we supposed to know when she'll come back, or even if she will? That's not a guarantee, even if it happens sometimes. Besides, I have work tomorrow.
A baby was just left at our doorstep. Just take a day off tomorrow instead. I'll also try and cancel this business trip early and come home. Forget about the police for the moment and just look after the baby as best you can. I mean, poor thing, it was left out in the cold like that.
I see. I guess everything that was written on this letter was true after all.
Letter? What letter?
There was a letter with the baby that said, "Please look after him."
Okay, and what's so strange about that? What else would it say if someone was abandoning their baby?
It also said that the baby is yours.
What? My baby? Stop joking like that, please.
I wouldn't joke at a time like this. It looks like the baby's mother went out of her way to drop the baby off at our house. It wasn't random.
That's just some prank. The mother probably thought that if she wrote something like that, there would be a better chance of someone taking the baby in.
There are countless houses that she could have left the baby at if it was random, but she specifically came up to the 9th floor where we live and put him in front of our door. That doesn't seem like something a stranger would do now, does it? And by the way, it also says in this letter that you have a bunch of other women that you're seeing right now?
I don't know anything about that. There's some sort of mistake going on here.
If that's the case, then we should call the police and get them to take the baby in, right?
Just hold on a second and give me a little bit of time.
Why? What do you need time for? Are you planning on reaching out to the kid's mother? Listen, Matt, don't you think it's about time you told me the truth about what was going on? If you don't tell me what's going on, I'm going to call the police right now.
Hannah, I'm really sorry about what happened before. Can you come home, though? I want to talk to you about this properly.
We've already discussed everything that there is to talk about. You were cheating on me with 2 other women and got one of them pregnant. She gave birth and left the baby in front of our apartment. Then you lied about your business trip and went on a trip with your second mistress. What else is there to talk about? Is there something else you need to confess to?
I meant that we need to talk about us. Are you really being serious when you say you want a divorce?
After all you've done to betray me, are you saying that you don't want a divorce?
No, I don't. You're the one who I truly love.
I don't want to hear some stupid joke like that. If you really loved me, you wouldn't have been cheating on me with 2 other women. 2!
That's not it. I like women like you who are independent and can do things on their own. The other 2 don't even compare to you at all. They're younger and are quick to just rely on me for everything. It just happened that we got together, but I never even once thought that I would rather be with them instead of you.
It doesn't matter even if that's true. You still had an affair. Whatever you thought about the affair itself does not change that fact.
It only happened because I've been drinking. I wasn't even the one who made the first move.
What? As if that matters. You still were meeting 2 other women behind my back repeatedly. And you even went on a trip with one of them when we were supposed to be celebrating our wedding anniversary. It's not like you live your life constantly drunk, so would you mind stopping with these stupid excuses?
I'm sorry. I know that I did the wrong thing.
If you really understand that, then it's time for you to bear the responsibility of your actions.
But I really don't want to get divorced. I can't live without you.
Then you shouldn't have gone about cheating on me. And it's not just the cheating that you have to take responsibility for. You have a kid now as well, so you better look after him properly. You have to recognize him as your son and make sure you pay for the child support.
But I told her not to go through with having the baby. It's her fault for not listening to me and having him anyway.
Are you being serious right now? I don't really want to try and defend a woman who would have an affair with a married man, but it takes 2 to make a baby, and you were one of those 2 people. You did the deed, now you need to take responsibility for it.
But I'm probably not even the child's father. Sure, I did have a relationship with the mom, but the father could very easily be another man.
It's pretty easy to check that with a DNA test, you know. This lie won't get you very far.
Hannah, please, forgive me. I'm begging you. I know that this is all 100% my fault, I admit that. But I never wanted things to end between us.
You went out doing whatever it was that you felt like. But now the only reason that you don't want a divorce is because I make a lot of money. And we had a stable life together, and you don't want to throw that away. I was busy with work, so I didn't notice that you were cheating and believed your lies about all the work that you were doing. And you were making fun of me for that, apparently. You told these women that it suited you well to have a wife and then do whatever you wanted on the side without her knowing. The baby's mom told me everything.
I didn't say anything like that. She's probably just making all that up so we will divorce.
Why would she bother making up things like that now? What would it change? It doesn't matter what you said about me. It's the fact that you were having 2 affairs that's the issue. I don't have any intention of trying to fix things with you.
I'm so sorry. I promise I won't ever cheat on you again. Oh, and let's make sure to actually do our best to have a kid. I promise I will put in the proper effort now. I will do whatever it is that you want to do.
Do you really think that I would want to have a kid with a scumbag like you? I'm just glad that I was able to find out what kind of person you really are before we had a kid together.
I couldn't just become a father all of a sudden when I didn't even want it. We're supposed to be doing this just for fun. She also agreed we would have a bit of fun and then cut things off.
You really are the worst. You disgust me. It was a mistake to ever marry you in the first place.
I will change things from now on, I promise. You just need to give me a chance to prove it to you. Please, Hannah, what can I do for you to forgive me? I will never do anything like this to you again.
Don't you dare ask me for another chance when you never gave me a chance. I'm not just some servant who goes out and works in order to support you. You went sleeping around and got another woman pregnant. How do you even expect me to be able to still be with you after that? You told me once before that maybe it is better for us to not have a kid after all. Now, I agree with you from the bottom of my heart. I don't want to waste any more of my time with scum like you, so get out of my life and never even try to come back into it. After that, I divorced Matt, as I said I would. He ended up realizing that there was no chance that I would stick around with him and gave up trying to fight it. Sam also recognized the baby as his own and started paying the mother child support. I'm glad that he at least had the integrity to do that and not try to abandon the baby. It turns out that the woman he had the baby with used to be an employee at his company, and rumors about what happened started to spread around his office. His coworkers started to look at him with disdain, and even just going to work every day is now very stressful for Matt because of the way people try to stay clear of him. Matt tried to get in touch with me just once since we divorced via his lawyer, and he sent me a letter outlining just how pathetic his life had become without me. All I did when I opened it, though, was to read the first line before throwing it in the trash immediately where it belonged. Since then, I bought a small apartment for myself and have been living alone there. There are still times when I feel quite lonely by myself and also feel down about what happened. But the other week I adopted a cat, so my apartment doesn't feel as empty when I come home from work. I know that it will take a while for me to get over what happened, but I will keep looking forward to the future and get better day by day.